Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Kaylin Stern coming at you with my shopping haul for November. And I'm doing my non-food items in the first segment. I don't have too many of them. But one thing I did do that I said I would is it is still in the box. I've only opened the box just to make sure that everything was there. But I have not tested it out yet. This is the Joy Room brand phone mount that has the same type of a bendable arm as the one that I have been using for many years. And it is supposed to be better at accommodating thicker table or desk surfaces or thinner, as well as different size phones to put in it. So I will be testing that one out tomorrow, but I will still maintain the older one as a backup just in case something does happen to this. So get the user guide here. Oh, had it upside down. So I'm doing this one-handed because I'm holding the phone with the other. So this is the clamp that the phone goes in. And then this is what mounts to the desk or table. And it feels like it has a softer cover over the bendable arm. And it looks like it might have a much better pivot. Although it is plastic, but it feels like it might be thicker. So again, I will be testing that out tomorrow during my stream. I'm just going to set that aside. And then here, I've already been playing with it, but I went ahead and put it back in the box. I've been trying to test it out, but when I might have to contact Amazon about when I have this keyboard connected. I go on the desktop site for YouTube, and it wants to revert back to the mobile version of the site. But when it does that, I cannot comment on videos. I cannot type in chat. So I've been sticking with just using the touchscreen to type into comments. But it does connect with the Bluetooth. And it comes with a different charging cable than my other one. But I've already got it plugged into my tower. But I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go ahead and take it back out of the box, and I'll show you what it looks like. So it comes packaged with a user guide, and the two two elements of the user manual. And then this little box had the cord, but I've already taken that out. And then it comes in this nice foam bag, which I'm going to hold on to because these are something that I can use to pack something else in if I needed to send it to someone. And so this is the keyboard itself. And back here is where this has a dongle already with it that you can plug into a laptop for Bluetooth. And then this plugs into the other part of the USB cord that is now plugged into the tower. So it's like a double-ended USB-A. And I've never seen that in one of these before. The Anchor one just used micro USB. And then the switch is there to turn it on. See, this lights up. And when I turned it on and it connected to my Wi-Fi, it went to the mobile desktop site, or the mobile version of the web browser. And then but this is how I prefer to do it, so I can chat, I can post comments, and I can access the full capabilities of the YouTube studio. But for now, I'll just go ahead and turn it back off. So that is that keyboard. Now I'm going to get into this bag and start pulling things out of here. Again, at every Transit Rider Advisory Committee meeting that I attend, they put out these notepads and these pencils, and I always bring them home. I don't use them there. I'm not taking notes during the meetings, but I bring these notepads home and these pens, and I always put some kind of hard candy like the Lifesavers mints, and they were putting out the little 4-pack Tic Tacs like I get in Canadian IMPs. They were giving those out for a while, but then they went back to the Lifesavers, so I bring those home and I stash those. Then I was at Walgreens and I picked up one roll of the paper towels that I can split into the smaller half sheets. That way I don't get into my other rolls that I keep for longer term storage. It's just a daily user that I do this. Not shown here is the 9-pack of the Charmin Mega Roll toilet paper that I've already been using out of in the bathroom. So that's one thing that I also picked up that I did not bring out. Then here is a moleskin roll. So it is a roll of moleskin. So you can cut off as much or as little as you need in order to deal with your blister. Or if you want to put it inside of a shoe to reduce irritation. I actually found this on eBay, and I had never seen moleskin by the roll. So, you know what? This is a good first aid item. Definitely one to check out. And then I had been given some foreign currency some time back, and I needed another album to put those notes in. So I picked up one of these on eBay. And I just saw something as I was getting ready to shoot this video. If you want to protect something that is about the size of a piece of currency that you would normally put in one of these, you could put it in here. You could use this as a photo album for small photos. You could fold up smaller documents and stick it inside these. The pages are clear, so you can look at both sides of the note. So I have collected currency in the past. I do that because they're interesting to look at, especially older notes. You know, and for the history of it. So that's why I decided to go ahead and add this. But this has more uses than just holding collectible currency. And then my Amazon subscribe and save for Black Cohosh. This came in. And then I've added turmeric with black pepper to my subscribe and save on Amazon. So the black pepper actually increases the benefit of the turmeric, so I've been adding that, and I have even seen that in stores. So I will continue to buy the turmeric in stores, but with this subscribe and save, it helps me build up this turmeric with the black pepper. And then I have a couple of bottles here just to represent other things that I picked up. Hy-Vee had glucosamine chondroitin, the triple strength with the MSM. This one is empty because I've already gotten into it. I set up my pill boxes for the month. Normally these things are probably 15 to 20 bucks for 60 capsules or caplets or whatever the number is. I don't know if these are getting close to their use by date or they're clearancing them out for something different. So $5 or no, $9.50 for two of these, normally almost triple. So I grabbed both of those. The other one is in the bathroom because I'm using all the, and then that I also at Walgreens I got 2 bottles. They have their buy one get one free or buy one get one half off, depending on what supplement it is and what brand. So I got a couple of these to take advantage of that deal, and so this is what I'm using now. And then for my mom, because I want to keep her well supplied, this is the only antacid that she can tolerate. Plus she uses it as a calcium supplement because it does contain calcium. Not the best calcium, but this is what she uses. So this mint one is what she uses, and a couple of my sisters have also started using this particular one as well, so they're stocking themselves up. So I get these for my mom whenever I have a chance. So it was a buy one get one free on this, so I said, yeah, I'm doing it. And then yesterday evening at my mosque, this is our first try at doing a clothing exchange for members, and I mainly went there. I didn't hear about it until after, the Friday prayer, and I'd seen the partial setup, and for that's when I first heard about it. That was kind of hastily done, but someone put up this pair of gloves that are touchscreen compatible. No one else took them, so I did. And the idea is you bring in something that you want to offer up to someone else, and it's basically like a swap meet. And they had some kids items, nothing my size, but they had some scarves, things like that. But I let others go after that. I was mainly there just to help out. And plus, someone had provided dinner, so I had dinner there as well. So that was a good thing. And then the last thing I'm going to pull out of here. Oh, nope, not quite the last thing. I got a box or a bottle of the fiber capsules from Walgreens when I was there. One of my other bottles dropped, but that's okay. Then this other thing that I got is another Belfang ham radio. This is the K5 Plus. It's a 3-banded instead of a 2. Other things are falling, I'm working on a small table here, so this is the radio itself, still inside the plastic. That's where the antenna will mount, and that's where the battery will go. So I have not taken this out yet, but it definitely looks a little different than my UV5R Plus, which I've had for several years. So I will have to figure out how to program that. And it comes with a longer antenna, as well as the charging base. So I will definitely be messing with that. Again, I do not have my ham license yet, but I will try to see if I can plug the programming cable into my laptop and see if it will program. Otherwise, I'll have to find another way to get it programmed. But this is a newer version, so there was a good deal on it, and I went for it. So this is all of the non-food items. So I will go ahead and get all these set aside and get on to the rest of it. Okay, I am back with the food portion, and as always, I start with the stuff that needs to go into the fridge or the freezer. And I'm going to start here with a loaf of Vienna bread. And then there is a carton of eggs under there. And then these, the bread I got from Hy-Vee. But then this big round bread that looks like the size of a pizza, this is the one that is baked by a member of our community, our Muslim community, and then sold in various places. Halal Groceries sells this bread. That is why these bags are not labeled. Whereas a similar one that I bought a while back is actually a little bit thinner than this. Well, that's 2 rounds there. But some of them, the one that I got last time was a little bit thinner than these rounds are. But she bakes this in a special oven that she has, and allows her to do a whole bunch of these at a time. and then she bags them and sells them through local stores, and I think individuals can buy direct from her. I'm not sure, but it's just easy to get these from Hillau. So I am supporting 2 local businesses by getting this. So I'm going to put that up there. And then in this bag, I have a container of the Land O'Lakes spreadable butter. They did not have the one with olive oil, so I got this one instead. Plus, I like these containers because these lids do stay on pretty good. They're pretty sturdy. And then all of the rest of this in here came from Hillau Groceries. These are some of their newer lunch meats. It's a compact package. Chicken bologna, and that's what it looks like. These are some relatively new products. This is classic bologna. I'll turn them both over so you can kind of see the difference in the color. Almost no difference in color, really, except maybe in the outer edge. And then this one is a classic beef salami. And that's what it looks like. So I'm loading up on proteins. This is a beef breakfast link. And these do have to be cooked. I usually take these, or I take these sausage patties to the lake when we go to our on our family trip to Lake Icaria. So these are the beef sausage patties. And then the Midamar beef hot dogs. And then they had ground chicken. A lot of places don't sell ground chicken, but Hillau does. So 1.4 pounds. And then I have my usual turkey, bacon, and the beef bacon. So that is what I got for... Ooh, I'll pick those up. And then I have someone gave me this pound of 80/20 ground beef. So again, more meat in the freezer. So I'm going to go get all these put away, and then I will come back with the next bag. Okay, I am back with the last of the food portion. This is the non-perishable foods, and I don't have a huge amount, but what I do have, I think, not only is it something that I can use every day, then I have some items that will be great to add to my preps. So, Hillau Groceries, I decided to get me a box of Katepa Pride tea. This is a Kenyan tea. This has 100 tea bags. So that'll last me a little while. And of course I got the ramens that I like to get. I also got a couple ramens from Hy-Vee. These meat gorings I got from Hillel Groceries. I have another one, but that's in another bag. And then this is a sweet mango. It says mood. It's a candy from India. So this one is a soft candy. Normally I stock hard candies for long-term storage. These will actually be a gift to someone. That person does not watch the channel, so that will not be known what it is. Okay, here's the ramen I got from Hillel. And then this is the other ramen that I got from Hy-Vee. I don't get the Maruchans as much anymore. I find that these other ones have better flavors and some have different varieties. Yeah, the Maruchans have more flavor varieties, but I just tend to get the ones that I think are better quality, better tasting. And then Hy-Vee's here, I don't know if it's chain wide or what, but they are no longer going to be selling the Tones spices, even though Tones is actually made right here in the city. They're packed right here in Des Moines. So they had these 50 cents each. So I got fennel seed. These are the little tiny containers. Ground clove. Poppy seed. That's a black seed. And then alum, which is a white powder. They had pumpkin pie spice, but I chose not to get that. I have one or two of those. And this is something that most people would not be cool with getting, but I chose to get this bottle of cooking oil. I'm not using a bucket to prop things on today, so I'm setting things down on the floor. And this is a jar of applesauce, so it's in a plastic wide mouth jar. So once this is emptied, I can either use it for food storage or I could use it as a water storage container. This is that Gossamer milk that comes from Dollar Tree. So this has a year shelf life left on it. So this is a 1 quart container. This is a 1% milk. And then Hillel had this honey. It has Arabic on there. So this is a 1 pound container of honey. I like to keep a lot of honey in stock, and some for daily use, and then some for long-term storage. Then Hy-Vee had this discounted can for $2. This is coconut milk. So organic coconut milk. And black-eyed peas in a can. So it's a good thing to have a variety of canned beans. Quick cook, don't need to bother with going through the whole process. Then I got a Hy-Vee tomato soup. Got another jar of peanut butter, a good quick protein source. And this is something that can be for a quick lunch, or you can take it on the go. This is a chicken salad already in a can. It's a chicken spread, and this is a product of Canada. Now, 2 more items in this bag. This is yellow split peas. These may not be as well known as the green split, but having the yellow split peas gives you more variety in your long-term food storage. And then the last thing in this bag, someone gave me this bag of dried cranberries. This would be the type of packaging that you might find in food assistance programs like you get from a food pantry. So this is what this type of packaging would look like. It's not branded. It is packed specifically for these types of programs, and someone gave me this bag of cranberries. So I'm going to go ahead and get these moved aside, and I will bring up the rest of it. Okay, here's the rest of it. This is how I always keep my sugar until I'm ready to put it into another container. This is actually from Sam's Club, but what Hillel does is they will get these and then resell them. This is a 10-pound bag of sugar. I keep it in here because with these paper bags, they're always going to leak out a few granules. And of course, I had to stock up on coffee. I had other coffee that I bought earlier, but I've already dumped that into my container. And what I've been doing is I get these bags. 2 of these will fit into my Folgers coffee container that I just keep refilling. I got me a jar of Miracle Whip. Then Hy-Vee had this soup discounted for $1.50. This is a Progresso beef and vegetable soup. There was only this one can on the discount shelf. The rest were the chicken and dumplings, but I wanted that one. And then the last thing out of here was this big old container of creamer. I have another one that I bought earlier a month that I'm already using out of because I ran out of the other one. And then this last item is going to be a very interesting one. Gonna move it. I actually found this can of wheat on eBay. It just says wheat. This label is what I made myself from what I was able to get from the seller. It was basically less than $2 for this can, so it's almost like I paid for the shipping and got the can of wheat for free. This is a 3.5 pound can. 3 pounds, 8 ounces. There is no pack date or best by date on this can. And from what I can get from the seller did not have a whole lot of information. I'm guessing this person acquired it from someone else and then just chose to resell it. So the seller believes that this is Montana raised hard white wheat. So this age unknown, but I'm guessing that this would have been, it could have been an LDS can that you would get from the LDS storehouse or cannery. There is none here in Iowa. I checked to see if maybe I could order from that, but no, there are no LDS stores or suppliers here in Iowa, but I'm assuming that this came from there because sometimes they just put a small sticker label, probably not much bigger than this, on there. But I just wrote the information as I could get from the seller. But these are nitrogen flushed cans. There may or may not be an oxygen absorber in there, but nitrogen flushing pushes out all of the oxygen during the packaging process. That way, that helps to make the contents last 25, 30 or more years. So I'm confident that this will have a good long shelf life, just like my can of wheat that I got from Thrive Life a few years ago. And this is a whole lot cheaper than buying it in this type of container anywhere else, so I just decided to go for it. So that is it for my haul for this month. I hope all these items give you ideas on what you can do to add to your preps or as daily users, because we never know what is going to be coming at us in the near future. So it's good to get stocked up, get things in place. Winter is coming. It has been raining on and off all day here. It is 49 degrees Fahrenheit here in Des Moines at the time that I started this video. So it's taken me a bit of time to get the shot. You know, taking things down, setting additional things up, so I can get all this up for you today. So anyway, it's best to be ready for whatever comes at us, especially with the winter coming on in the northern hemisphere. So do what you are able to do to get ready for winter or whatever comes at us, regardless of what country you're in. I'm in the U.S. state of Iowa, and winters can be pretty strange here. They can be pretty dang cold, or they can be pretty mild. Anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.